Hi guys, I ran out here because it just stopped raining for a little bit. It's been raining, and uh, I'm just, I don't know what to do because I think that, well, my herbs, most of my herbs are doing very good. Um, I think this one has gone to seed, um, which is what is this, cilantro. And here's some bloom on here. I think that's going to seed. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that um, or harvest it. But I wanted you to look at my tomato plants. Now, this is the container down here, and look how tall they are. And I've got blooming flowers, but I noticed that, look underneath here, guys. This tomato has got a black spot on it. I'm just going to take it off because I don't think it's going to be any good. Look at this. Look at this tomato. Now, I'm going to have to do some research to try to figure out what's creating that, because I noticed it on another plant the other day. These plants are so nice and big. The tomatoes should be much larger by now. And I'm really, I have been struggling for a while with the bell peppers are looking okay. Well, these peppers over here, they don't look too good. Um, this is, well, maybe it's going to be okay, but it's awful tiny right now. Can you see that? Look at this one over here. It's got some brown coming out of it. And the leaves, look at the colors of the leaves. I don't know if I've overwatered everything or what. And now look at these tomatoes. They have like an oblong shape to them. And look at the bottom on this one. Did I overwater them? Some of them look okay, but look at that. The shape of them. I don't know. That's over there. Now look over here. This is the I have I think that's potatoes over there. Now this plant is looking decent. This one is looking decent, and this one is looking kind of decent. I don't know. And look at this one. Look at the leaves. Now I've been very diligent about watering them. The one thing, I have not given them any plant food or anything. Look at this one here. I am so disappointed. This, you know, I know you would think that it didn't all happen overnight, and it didn't, but I've been trying to nourish them back to health by, giving them eggshells and coffee grinds. So I'm going to give them some Miracle-Gro, liquid Miracle-Gro, because at this point I really don't think that I have anything to lose. I think a lot of these I'm just going to have to pull up. They're just not going to work. Now, these, I need to come out here, and I just put this over here to see if it would help. These are the cucumbers, and I didn't know that I really needed a trellis for them. So the other day I moved these in the bucket here over to this space, and they were really in a bad shape. But at least now they look like they're kind of thriving. So I'm going to come out and cut away all of this bad part here, and I'm going to give it some liquid Miracle-Gro, and just hope that, see how dark it is, guys? It's about to rain again. And I think it's probably already saying, I've had enough water. This plant here, it wasn't growing that much. These two, So what I did was I moved them over. This is where the cucumbers used to be. So I moved them over to give them more sun. And they're growing, but I don't see any tomatoes or anything. Now here's some, I've got a few, and I'm just going to, at this point, I'm just going to give them some, it's about to pour, so I'm going to have to get inside. I'm going to give them some of the liquid Miracle Grow, and we're going to see what's what, okay? So we can just throw that away because let the birds eat it. Look at that, all of that plant, and I've got just these little bitty tomatoes coming out of there. Well, there's some down here, take that back. And I got a plant growing up here. Did I lose or ignore the part to cross-pollinate, or what did I do wrong, guys? Well, let's go back inside of the she shed so we can talk. Can you hear the rain out there, guys? I just left the garden and I showed you videos of how it's looking. I'm not happy with the garden at all. I don't know if I'm going to get a good crop out of it at all. I don't know. I do have some liquid, Miracle Grow feeder that I'm going to, not today because it's been raining most of the day, and that's another thing. I think I may have overwatered it, and then it's raining so much, and it must be that I didn't feed it enough. I didn't give it enough nourishment, the garden. So that brings me to this. I purchased some premium heirloom seeds, and my thought process behind it was I went to Walmart and I went to my local co-op in town, and I was looking for certain seeds that I couldn't find in plants, like collard greens. I wanted collard greens, and I couldn't find them. So it dawned on me that there may become at some point a seed shortage, because there seems to be a seed shortage now. So I bought these off of the internet, and I haven't planted them yet. In the other video, I kind of talked to you about these. I have over 100 different varieties of seeds here. And I haven't planted any of them yet because I don't want to waste them. I want to know what I'm doing, or have a better concept of planting and growing than I have at this point. My knowledge needs to be a lot more than what it is now, as you can see from my garden out there. So in a way, I guess, maybe the garden is not a complete failure. Maybe I can figure out what I did right and what I did wrong. I don't know. But I do know that this is life right here. All of these, this is life. And that's why I bought them. Because if you have seed, you can grow your own food. You can take care of yourself. You can sustain yourself. You can, if you know what you're doing and you know how to grow it from seed and nourish it, and then, Go out there one day and you've got tomatoes. Go out there another day and you've got some kale. You know, go out there another day and you've got watermelon, okay? You've got celery. I mean, I have some of everything. As it says, I have 100 varieties. 100 varieties here. I have turnips. I have collards. I have some vegetables that I never heard of. In my other video, I might include some of that into this video because I talked about the seeds. I think I said I had 2,500 seeds. Well, that was wrong. I have nearly 24,000 seeds. Nearly 24,000 seeds. Now, I know all of them are not going to grow, but on here, you know, it gives you an idea, like the watermelon here, Black Diamond. The germination rate of it is 90%. So, they're basically saying you have 90% chance of getting a watermelon. And on top of that, I got heirlooms because I should never ever have to buy these particular seeds again, ever. Because as I grow the vegetables from them, I should be able to take the seeds, harvest those seeds, put them aside, dry them out, whatever I need to do, and replant them the next year. I did do that much research to figure that out. And that's what this is, heirloom. That means these seeds have been tested, that families have grown them for years and years and years, that they're very well preserved and that the families have tested them. So, as you can see from my garden out there, I don't want to put these in the ground and waste them. I don't want to do that. So I am doing my research. Before, when I planted the garden, you know, I just put everybody together. I planted, you know, cucumbers with tomatoes and sweet potatoes with tomatoes, and you know, I just planted them. And I realized, I've learned, you have to do your research. There's certain plants that grow well with other plants. And there's certain plants that if you put them side by side, it will stunt the growth of that plant. So I guess maybe, like I said, planting that garden, you know, it taught me hard work, boy, because I worked hard to build that. And every piece of dirt and every stick and everything out there and moving those cinder blocks, I did all that by myself. So I've learned from it. But as this says, survival. If you don't have any seeds, guys, I would suggest you go get some. I may not know how to plant them properly, but I bet you I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn how to plant every single one of them. Celery. I mean, I've got it all. I'm going to learn how to plant them. I may not know now, but I'm going to learn. I've got onion. I'm not going to go through all of the ones. I've got parsley. I mean, I'm not going to go through everything. I even have watermelon and squash and, you know. But I don't want, you think I want to take this and put it out there and have it die? No, no. I bought these to be able to survive off of them year after year after year. I want to be able to, from the seeds that I plant, I want to be able to grow a new crop every year. So that's why I don't have a big variety out there. Borage. I don't know what borage is. I have spinach and turnips and cucumbers, like I said. Well, I've got a lot of learning to do. And I just hope that you guys are up for the whole process. You know, it's not going to be like an overnight, or wake up and Granny has got a garden that's, 10 feet tall. I'm going to do this step by step because I got to do this right. I feel like my life depends on it. I really do. I feel like my life depends on it. And I know it might be sounding drastic to you, but I am 71. And being born in that era, I know what it feels like to go to bed with your stomach hurting because you're hungry. I know what it feels like. And I've worked all my life very, very hard so that I would never have to have that feeling again. The times that we are about to encounter, the times that we are encountering now, gives me that same vibe of being hungry to the point that my stomach is hurting me. That's why I'm going to learn how to do this. And when we grow our garden, it's going to be a beautiful garden. Yeah, everything's not going to grow, but I'm going to know to take the cucumbers and that they like a trellis. You know what I mean? Instead of just putting them anywhere. I'm going to know every single plant, what they like, how much water they like, how much sunlight they like, how much plant food they like, what do they need to grow. Because like I said, my life depends on it, and my family's life depends on it. When Grandpa was alive, I would have left all of this to him. I would have just followed his lead. And I know his lead would have been, he was amazing at gardening. He would have been able to can, he would have had 100 jars of food canned by now. I'm a lot slower than he was in things that I do. And in the knowledge, he just seemed to have a green thumb. And every year he would laugh at me when I'd go get my tomato plants. And every year I would kill them. I feel like Thomas is looking down and he's telling me to get it together. That he's not here physically to be able to plant for me and to help me. But I know he's here spiritually. And I'm not going to let him down. Kind of silly to be getting on the internet crying over some seeds. But it's not just seeds. It's my independence at my age. I want to be self-sufficient. I want to be able to take care of myself. I promised Thomas. That's the one thing that he worried about, that he told his sisters. He was worried about me. What was I going to do without him? And I would tell him, baby, don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. That's what I would tell him. Because I didn't want him to worry about me. He had enough to worry about. Guys, I want to thank you for going along on this ride with me. I can assure you of one thing, and one thing only. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. It's not going to be pink daffodils and everything rosy. Like they say, buckle in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But after those bumps, we're going to smooth in. We're going to smooth in. We're going to have so much knowledge. We're going to feel so proud about ourselves. We're going to know how to plant every one of these. I've got nearly 24,000 seeds. I have an abundance. If I learn how to take care of this properly, if my neighbor needs seeds, I'll be able to share with them. But if I just throw them out there willy-nilly and don't take care of them and they don't grow, I'm gonna hold on to them. But if I know how to harvest the seeds from the vegetables and make sure that the vegetables grow, I'll be able to help my neighbor. And that's what it's about. Being self-sufficient and helping your neighbor. So, okay, it's raining. I'm going to turn this off, and I just hope you guys hang in with me. Everything that I make and everything that I do is not going to be perfect, because I'm not perfect. And all of this is a learning experience to me. All of it. The canning. The prepping. What to prep, what not to prep. What's the most important things that I buy with the funds that I have available to me? Am I buying the right things that I need? It's all a learning experience, and it's all in God's hands. So guys, I can be doing something out here. So I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to talk to you in the next video, and please just hang around. Just come in and out and see what your granny's up to. Give me some pointers, give me some hints. You guys have been amazing with the pointers and hints. You know, you've helped me with so many things that I didn't know and that I'm going to be implementing. So thank you guys. Well, anyway, I'm going to let you go. I love you. And there will be another video. Very soon. I love you guys. Bye-bye now.